All right, repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties
and I will discharge the duties
of my office
of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Congratulations.
I've always believed in the theory, if you're not involved, you can't complain. Because if you're not trying to better it, or at least do something to try and better it, why complain? Because you're not helping it. You're not part of or if you're part of the problem, you're not part of the solution. So I've come to council meetings faithfully for years, being involved with the fire department. I saw things that I simply didn't like or I didn't agree with, and then I saw things that I would just do differently. So this was a perfect opportunity for me as a young man who's grown up in the borough to put his hat in the ring and say, I'm going to give it a shot. I know I don't have all the answers, but I have ideas that the next guy may not. And it may work, it may not. I'm very confident we have the backing and support of our borough. And as I walk the streets of town, everyone stops, oh, hey, you should do this, hey, you should do this. We start with our core problems and we start to work from there. I truly believe when you start to fix things like a police department, you fix things like code enforcement, some of the other problems start to fade away because they take care of that. So, emergency services background. So I live to serve the public and to provide emergency services to our borough and many others. So for me, I understand what it takes out of a first responder, what they deal with on these calls. I'm not a police officer, but I work with them quite often. I see what they go through and what they need. We are going to be working, with other municipalities when we're building up our code enforcement, see how they may regulate what their code officer does. Same thing with the police department, try and reach out. What are they doing? What's working? What's not working? Right now, we're at zero. We are at the start line, realistically. So we have the ability to change one way. If it's not working, reroute the course to go to another, which is it really is nice. We kind of have a blank slate that we can build something that works. We had a good program years ago, doesn't work now. Some laws have changed now, so we have to rework that. We'll get there. The nice part is, like I said, we're starting blank. We have a lot of educated people here, a lot of people with experience in this borough that can help us, give us advice, say, this isn't going to work. So that's nice. You don't get too far deep into something where you're stuck. When you see kids playing at a playground and their parent is there with them, that's a win for me. Kids out playing is a win. They're in a safe environment, they're in a clean environment, and they're out playing. That's part of growing up. I truly believe if someone feels safe where they live, they will stay. This borough needs to provide that feeling. Not that we're not, but I think some things have gone unnoticed. We have a opioid crisis that is consuming our borough. We need to take preventative action to say, okay, we know this is happening. Where can you safely dispose of needles? Don't throw them in the park. Here's locations. Here's drop-off times. Let's make our community safer. The people want that. It's a disease and we're fighting it. Our volunteers are fighting it. Our neighborhoods are fighting it, and it's ran amok. But we start to break those pieces. It's a safer environment. People stay. People come here. The biggest thing we deal with is blight. Once you start to clean up one section of the town, neighbors take a little bit more pride in their properties. They're out cleaning. Maybe they're doing repairs or upgrades. It makes it a better environment. Good people come, people that pay taxes, people that are part of their community, that want to better the community. They come in, you have a better community. We just need to take our town back. It was a great borough back in the day. You hear stories. We had stores everywhere. We had a roller skating rink and all this stuff. And now you drive our streets and it's scary. But I really think you got to start to get police on the street. Start to clean it up a little bit. The presence of a police officer makes a world of difference. I'm hoping working with this council we can get some police officers that we get some longevity out of. We don't have such turnover rates as we have. You start there, they become part of the community. People know them, they know the people. you get a lot further in life. You know, and there's problems we're not going to be able to fix as a borough. There's problems much bigger than us that everyone else is dealing with. But once we get established what we want to do, we might be able to team up with other municipalities to put together ideas, or regionalize something, so that we can work together even better than we are now to provide better services to our citizens.